We're rocking it.
Hello, hello, hello! Back from the dead, I think I am, right? What's it been, Trashwells?
It's been only a minute, hot minute. Our last show, me and Big Bass had the food channel going on.
Well, you guys are talking about food. I was out there catching bass in good old G8.
Yeah, at least you did for something.
I feel like a stranger on the show. It's like, geez, who is this guy? You know, Bogan? Is that a guy anymore?
Yeah, does he even exist? But yeah, at least he's good for something. So,
yeah.
All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is the one and only Trashwells, and I'm here. And I'm here with Bogan. Bogan, hello.
Hello, sir. Good to be back on the show with my name on it. You know, like I said, been a while, been all over the place, up and down the East Coast, catching fish, throwing some back.
Staying out of trouble.
Staying out of trouble, yes, sir. That's the idea.
For sure. Well, we should explain to everybody why we're having some old video game theme music in the background.
Oh, please.
Yeah. And the title of the show today is, again, Video Mayhem Montage Moments. You know, Monday Moments
with Trashwells and video games. You can do a lot. You got a lot of options.
We can be creative.
You don't have to stick a pen in it just now.
Yeah, we're going all in and just, you know, having some fun and improvising as we're going along. But
a little compare and contrast, I think, was our preliminary goal for this session, correct?
Yeah, and we just wanted to have an argument. Why?
Friendly debate. Yeah, we don't want to argue anything. We might view some things, and maybe are some other ones, but...
Yeah, but our debate is my debate. But we're all on the same page, I think, because
everybody can agree with it.
Yeah, at this point, because so we're gonna have some fun. And my argument today is about the difference of video games back then to now. Obviously, we're not gonna go. Well, we can mention, for you nerds out there, old school nerds, Atari games like Pong, Centipede, Asteroids, and
that's pretty far back.
That was pretty far back. That was before our time.
Out of the scope of this one.
Our time. So we were back in the 90s, living in the middle of nowhere, in good old Illinois. Gotta love it. Shout out to you folks over there who are still out there. And we were introduced for the first time of video games, and that was Age of Empires on
PC
Gaming.
Yeah.
Great game.
Well, at the time, that was one of the only systems, right? We had the Nintendo 64, I think, was the only dedicated video gaming console. There might have been PlayStation 1 as well.
PlayStation 1, yeah, that was the big thing.
Xbox wasn't a thing yet.
It probably was, but we just weren't, open to it. We didn't have the money to get
it.
To get it yet.
Too broke.
But yeah, so my narrative argument is going to be what's the pros and cons of video games back then to today. So go ahead.
I was gonna say, let me start by asking what your side of this argument is. Better or worse?
I think there's two pros and cons. It's pros and cons. The pros are graphics, are smoother and great. Gameplay is really nice and neat, and it's just great to see all the detail work that they can get into where it was all the pixels.
It sounds mostly visual and audio aesthetics.
Yeah. Characters look more realistic. There's like a basic movie that you're watching while you're at the game.
The sound is a little more realistic, but that's about it.
That's about it. Yeah, you're not having that much fun so we would play, start up, my opinion is, we started playing Age of Empires, and we just played that for days and days, learn all the history.
I still play it.
You guys still play it. It was internationally, in multiplayer, and that's great. So, after, doing that, and then we got into Lego Racers, we played that, just beat the whole thing, unlocked every car. I did all the work mostly, unlocking Veronica Voltage's car, and beating Rocket Racer about a dozen times. That was still fun. You can go back and play it and customize your cars and this and that.
Yeah.
So we played that. Alright, that's fun. Then we finally I don't know how we got introduced to the Nintendo 64, but we did.
I think it was a gift. It was. I don't know. I know I didn't buy any.
Yes, I think somebody gave it to a gift, and of course, things happen, and we're playing GoldenEye, we're playing Splinter Cell,
F-Zero X.
Yeah, F-Zero X.
I would argue the best racing game ever. I don't think it's been topped. But Nintendo 64, I think we spent a lot of time with GoldenEye multiplayer because you could do split screen. You could have 4 people gaming on the same console, looking at the same screen,
doing the same thing.
Same room, having a good time. Now I'm going to jump ahead 20 years.
Bro, hold on. Let's try to baby steps. Let's try to work our way up. So after we had, N64, also you forgot Battle Tanks, which was fun.
Crucial turning
point. Tournaments, tanks. It's all AI, but it was fun.
It was, again, you could do split screen. Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
The gold one. I don't remember what that one was called.
The Donkey Kong Island or whatever, where you're going after all the watermelon and
bananas.
Well, you got watermelon too, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And bananas. That was fun as heck, because you're exploring the island and, it's like, whoa, this is all new stuff to us. So, all right, let's fast forward a little bit. So, we got that. So, the next, I think, one that we had GameCube for a while, right?
Cousin of ours had a GameCube.
And that was open to Super Smash Bros.
That opened up the world of Mario.
Kart.
Super Smash Bros. Mario Kart. Mario Party. Now, they did have some of those games for Nintendo 64. I know Mario Party was a Nintendo 64 game, but we weren't really playing that. But after that, I think you got a PlayStation 2 at one point?
No, I got a PlayStation.
Oh.
So then you get into the PlayStation where you have, like, Army Men.
There you
which
go.
is very good.
Was a fun game. Had split screen capabilities.
Yep, you had the
NASCAR.
Know where
I'm going with this one.
You had the NASCAR games where you just wreck your car and just wreak havoc, and it was still fun. You can play it for a while and just have a good time. The Madden games were all cool and fun, and so then we moved to the PlayStation 2 era. And
I was never a big PlayStation gamer. I think it was about the same time Xbox 360 was coming out, around the PlayStation 3, is that right?
Something like that, but PlayStation PS2 really kicked off a lot of the games we were introduced to, because I remember when we were kids when Resident Evil 2 first came out, we were watching our neighbor playing it, totally getting into it, but we never got the chance. Mm-hmm. So then we obviously bought the big console PlayStation 2, with the fans and everything, and and so it was still really fun. But yeah, Xbox 360 was around that time because we had the same consoles, and everybody's all excited about the new updated system. When's the next system's gonna?
Well, I remember I got my first Xbox 360. I had a paper route at the time. It took me about 2, maybe 3 months to save up enough money to buy that. Great time when it first came out. I am not willing to disclose how many hours I spent playing that. But
all summer.
A lot.
2 summers and then some more. But so we can get into some of the flaws of the Xbox, which was obviously the red ring of death. Which
anyone who had an Xbox 360 knows about the RRD. Come on.
And you were saying there was like some little blanket trick that you had.
A towel trick. I still don't understand it. You basically overheat the Xbox to reset it, which is kind of counterintuitive in my opinion. But anyway, going from there, what was next?
Because
I stepped away from video games.
You stepped away. You started playing Modern Warfare 2 for a while. But that's all we played. We played Skyrim, which was hell fun.
Okay,
you guys played that.
Big Skyrim. Well, step back. I was a big Oblivion guy before I was a Skyrim. Oblivion still, I think, is better than Skyrim.
You guys knocked that out of the park, and then also Guitar Hero. We were up into that.
Okay,
Halo.
Yeah.
We didn't play Halo 1 because that was Halo 1 was for PC. We just never really. I guess they came out for Xbox, but I think that was we didn't get around to buying it. So,
on the Halo note, daggone, one thing I remember, I think it was Halo 2 on the Xbox, not the Xbox 360. We used to have events at our church where we would get 4 TVs, put them back to back, and then you'd have 4 people on each TV playing against. So you got 16 guys in a room playing Halo 2 against each other. I mean, talk about a good time.
Right.
Jeez.
Then
no internet.
No.
Or just all hooked. Because at the time you could hook the systems to each other to get additional people playing, right? You just had to have each system had to have its dedicated screen. You can't do that now.
And you were having fun. You know, you play.
Yeah, there's more of a social aspect to it. Now it's like gamers are all like, when you say gamer, you think of like a secluded nerd in their, room by themselves playing online. That's not social.
But let's still back up. So let's just go over. So we were doing Xbox 360 where we were introduced to the Call of Duty franchise. We would go to PlayStation 2 also introduced us to Medal of Honor Frontline, which was really fun. Hyped up because it was one of the first big D-Day video games that was really entertaining.
Oh, it was epic.
And so we're not going to get through all of them, but they were all really entertaining and good for that. If you guys want details, check out YouTube. I'm sure there's tons of other channels where they get in depth in the games. So then we move on to Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare comes out. Great game. I don't think we really played the multiplayer on that.
No, that's the first one. The Modern Warfare 1 is kind of where the whole online play really started to take off. I remember seeing commercials. It's like, play with your friends online and squad up, and it's like all these guys, in different places playing together, and they're playing together as a team. Don't see that anymore.
Nope. And so we were introduced to that, and it was still really fun to play the campaign. They introduced, your first character can hide in grass away from enemy soldiers, and you have to do the stealth.
Suit, yeah.
And that was really fun and entertaining because it was from going to pixel platform games to, 3D, was a very,
was a
evolution.
Big jump at that point.
Big jump, and it was awesome. So we definitely played a lot. We mostly played a lot of for the, I think it was the GameCube, for the Smash Bros, the Guitar Hero, you guys, and Oblivion, and also the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1. So, alright, so let's get into Xbox 360. Alright, we're introduced to Modern Warfare 2.
Right. Modern Warfare 2 comes out with kind of a new twist on gaming as far as the military games. They're bringing the modern warfare.
And it's all real, for the most part, about 90% real. I mean, I don't think the military has
it was an original. If you go to the, let's step away from the multiplayer, if you go to the campaign aspect of Modern Warfare 2, it was an original idea, original campaign. Hey, we got terrorists trying to attack the world. How would the West respond?
And it's
no game had done that yet.
And it's got so much hype of the No Russian airport scene that actually made news. People were like, "Oh, you actually play a terrorist," but it's like, come on, it's part of the storyline.
And that brings up a pretty good point. They're really working this character development.
Yeah.
They're working on you seeing both sides of the stories. You're not a perfect human, and you're not a superhuman for that aspect. You know?
You got the spy espionage and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
That was really fun and cool, and the graphics were just now improving, getting a little bit better. And then, of course, they come out with the multiplayer, and we played that for countless hours.
That was probably my most favorite multiplayer experience with Modern Warfare 2, as far as over, online.
Yeah, online goes, because we'd always try to get the nukes, and you have the classic sounds.
Because I remember that being a big thing for me. It's like, oh, only one person can play this game at a time. Like, oh, I can't do split screen online? What are you talking about? Halo does that. Halo does split screen online. Why can't Modern Warfare? And then, I think if my chronology is correct, everything just went to dirt like Black Ops came out. I'm throwing it out there.
First one was okay.
Say it. Nope.
First one was
okay.
I don't agree. I enjoyed it.
I don't agree. Black Ops was the beginning of the end for video games, in my opinion, as far as console video games go.
Well,
can't really say much about PC. I don't really play.
Well, before we get into the modern era of games, we had the big battle was between Modern Warfare and Halo.
So, Halo 3, right?
Halo 3.
Yeah.
Because they were at each other's throats trying to get the best, because Halo was losing all their, players who were going over to Modern Warfare. That was just the thing. You get so many YouTubers who are, enjoying it, playing right off of consoles, and you can always be like, hey, how do I upload, how do I make a better class? And they're literally doing it from a controller and showing you, be like, hey, here's what you should do, this and that. Okay, cool. So then let's jump ahead over to modern gaming right now. And here's where my argument is. There's so much flaw in it. There have all these add-ons. You have so also the games from PlayStation came out was the Battlefront Star Wars games 1 and 2. Classic games. You had so much fun playing it. And they make a remake, and it's all these, I think I'm probably using the term wrong. It's loot boxes, I think it was, where, you play it and you wouldn't have any fun, but to get to the next thing, you'd have to spend money on it.
Oh, jeez, yeah. Then you got the monetization of the online video gaming community. Hey, you want a better gun than everybody else? Go throw $50 on your Xbox account. Okay, great. Geez, now I'm at a disadvantage.
Yeah, after you're paying $60 for the game, so you're losing that. And then shortly after, I'd say right about this time, I don't know, obviously you get all your YouTubers and stuff, but now you get cross-compatible systems with the computer, online.
That's a pretty recent thing.
Yeah,
I think the
and
cross-platform
Xbox controllers.
So, yeah, that's got to be pretty recent. I've actually never played on a cross-platform. I don't know, maybe I have.
Modern Warfare, you have.
I haven't. Maybe I have.
Modern Warfare at night are one, in passing, but
right.
It's totally, I get it that they're trying to get more, views and plays on the same platform, because apparently they have like over 100 million people playing Warzone right now, which is insane. But
you have a little less than a third of the population.
Yeah, and it's on all the time too, because it's internet. But you have a big disadvantage. So, you have your sensitivity up on your controller the highest way, and then, oh, hey, there comes another guy who snipes you really quick or whatever, because you can move your mouse way faster.
On a PC.
Yeah, on PC. So there's no fun in that. You, if you try to go online on the weekends now, the big thing is streaming. Where people literally make a living off of streaming.
let me kind of spin us down a different track. You said streaming. I started thinking about it. That's a good point. I don't remember who brought this up. There's now and I'm using air quotes. You guys can't see it, but it's there. Professional gaming community.
Yeah, tournaments and
and I think when you start to do that with just about anything, it starts to go downhill.
Well, then it's just a money grab, because all these streamers right now are doing, hey, top prize, win $1,000, $5,000, what have you. And where's the competition and fun in that, just to follow your channel?
Oh, I'm a professional gamer. This is what I do for 40 hours a week. Oh, hey, I'm a recreational gamer. I was hoping to have some fun this weekend. Oh, no, there goes the guy with over 1 million people watching him shoot me.
Yeah, I know.
That's not fun.
No, and not to mention, there's also the flaws where it used to be back in the day, you pop in the cartridge and the N64 started up, and then you play. Now you have all these add-ons, you got all these upgrades, which is good, but they're taking all the fun out of the game. Like a comparison would be MW2, you would have a veto where each player would vote on a map that they wanted to play. You'd be like, yes, no. Now that's taken out and it's all randomized.
Well, the maps, if you want to talk about that, now if we look again at, first-person shooter games, I think the best example are the Warfare chain of games. Modern Warfare, Black Ops, all that.
You just contradict yourself, Black Ops.
Well, it's all kind of the same.
Kind of, yeah. But
Black Ops is trash. You all know my opinion on that.
But anyway, let's know
destroyed gaming. But what I'm getting at is if you look at Modern Warfare 1 and the maps and the geography or topography
and Modern Warfare 2.
And 2, it's almost like more of a free world thing. I can go jump on a dumpster and climb through a window, blah, blah, blah. Now you play a video game, and it's like they've got predetermined paths that you have to run. Every map has got 2 spawn points with 3 channels with which you can get through. You can't go climbing on stuff anymore. There's a set alley that you have to go through. There's no jumping through window. It's like
No, it's like they're.
It's like I'm being constricted. You know, somebody's like
Yeah.
slowly choking out my freedom in the video game.
Well, they're forcing you to move quicker, and that was one of the flaws before Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 got. Because they remastered it, but it would just get hacked too much, and I think that was why it, just kind of faded. Because people would just go in there, hack into it, and you get in, and like let's say you play on a Saturday or Sunday, all the nerds are on, and you're like, what's going on?
Yeah, all of a sudden you're 3,000
You're not having fun because so it's like you're almost forced to stay camped in one place, and who wants to do that? I mean, the open world stuff is fun, but there's still a lot of patches that they have. There's a lot of glitches that I've even seen on other channels where they would point out, be like, hey, this is a mistake right here and this and that.
Well, that's a good point, and I feel like on the development side, I don't know. I'm not a video game developer.
Yeah.
I don't know video game developers. I don't know.
Yeah.
My point is, it almost seems like the amount of effort that's gone into developing games is on a rapid decline. I heard something now, I don't remember what the name of the place is, but anyway, short story long, they spend just enough time developing the game, dump it out, or they'll dump out like a beta version, for example, and then they'll let the audience or the public play it, find like a million, like a demo, find a million flaws.
Yeah.
And then they're patching a million flaws. Okay, the actual game comes out, and guess what happens again?
They miss
patching
something.
a million flaws. And then you've got add-ons. You got to download and update.
That takes over 2 hours, maybe a whole weekend.
Just do it right the first time. Why you got to, waste my time? Yeah, no, do it right. Do your job.
Because I think that's how it was with Grand Theft Auto 5. I never really got into those games, but apparently one of the big flaws was like you would hijack a car, have it totally customized, and all this time and money that you spend, you put it in a garage, and it doesn't even save it.
I guess I am probably not the best person to have with this concept. I think I've played enough video games to get through a conversation like this. I'm not a hardcore gamer. There are games I haven't played. I have played some Battlefield, not a lot.
Yeah.
But there's definitely some people that I'm sure know a lot more about this than I do.
Or, I mean, we're just...
But please correct me if my assumptions are wrong.
Yeah.
I think we're on the right...
Well, we know what to look out for. I mean, we're seasoned gamers, and nothing would be funner just to, sit back, relax, have a few hours of, playing system on a weekend or after work, when you're all burned out. But you just feel like... Again, with all the hackers, you're getting people who are...
all the downloadable content, and then you got all this extra BS. Why does my system need to be able to get on a video streaming platform? Why does my system need to be able to get on the internet so I can look something up on, a web browser? Why doesn't my system just play the games that it's designed to build? That's built to play. God, play.
Must have been that second cold one you're drinking. But yeah, well, here's another thing about the marketing too. Okay, we're gonna take a bash at Resident Evil. Obviously, the new one, 8, came out.
8.
Yeah, they're already at 8. They've remastered the second one and the third one.
Got any halves in there, like 2.5?
No, they go straight. But
8.
So
Straight 8.
They come out with 8. Everybody's all excited to see the big old tall vampire lady. I am too. I'm thinking, all right, this is gonna be cool.
I wasn't.
Well, but you're not a diehard nerd like some of us are. But anyway, they throw this character out, and you think you're gonna be battling. Have maybe a little intrigue or
they portrayed her as the
badass
antagonist.
Yeah,
right?
Antagonist. Yeah. So they're out. We're gonna have to bleep that out. No swearing. But yeah, there's the no swearing sign right there.
Sign right in front of you, Trashwells.
So anyway, there's the antagonist over there, and they put her out, and you get to play the game, and this character's only in it for like 5 minutes, and they transform into a big old dragon type monster. I'm like.
That's creative.
What? Yeah, I'm like, where's the development? There's no... They just throw these characters out. There's no, I mean, they're just throwing stuff out and being really fast. And
it's a money grab. It's all every new game that comes out is just to make that next $5 million. They don't give a crap what the gameplay's like because they know people are going to buy it no matter what. And it's honestly just sad, you know?
Well, not only that, it's just they changed the platform, the gaming platform. So when Resident Evil started, it was always a third-person character.
Yeah,
where you can
always
see your character, and you're introduced to Leon, Ada Wong, and all the Jill Valentine, and all those. And they were cool. But now they came out with it was like the one in the Bayou, and they decided, hey, let's try a first-person thing. It might be cool. So.
Well, hopefully they give you the option, right?
No, it's just first person, I think. So they tried it out, and it was okay. I'm gonna say it's okay. Now, obviously, I'll get a lot of hate mail from the nerds out there, but it was okay in my opinion because the graphics look great and all that. But then you get into this one, and it's vampires, werewolves, gargoyles.
Yeah, that brings up a good point. I bet with this werewolves, gargoyle, vampire, dragon chick, I bet the graphics were stellar.
Yeah.
But graphics don't make a game.
No.
You gotta look past the most superficial aspect. You gotta move into the actual gameplay, the audience. You gotta think about, on the campaign side of things,
the creepiness,
the character development, the eeriness. You gotta really try to get your player immersed in the game, which I don't think they care to do anymore.
Well, again, they did a good job on the last one before this, 7, because it was in the bayou and it was all kind of creepy, and but now they're doing stuff where the character's losing an arm and then he puts it back on, he stitches himself up. And,
well, naturally, if your arm gets chopped off, you just stick it back on.
And then it's like, oh, hey, let's put this character through 2 different games and then let's kill him off at the end. That's what I didn't like, too, about how they did with Modern Warfare. You start out with this guy, main character in the first one.
Soap or something?
Yeah, McTavish, and then you go into the second one and they kill him off. I'm like, come on.
He dies in the second one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Then they take Captain Price and just string him along for another 27,000 video games.
Yep. And then they made when the new one came out, which everybody was excited for because it's been 10 years. They kind of softened him up.
Yeah, what the heck?
Not like a real trooper like he was in the other ones, like he just all tough and, just like, here's what we got to do, this,
just
that.
Milking it. Quit milking it.
Now they're
come up with something original. Where's the original content? Lacking. There's none.
Exactly. So, I mean, and plus, not to mention, there would be a lot of video games that would come out. You would see at least 3 times a year, like, all right, summer would be a big old summer game. Everybody getting hyped up for it. Here's the summer game that we're going to play. We're going to like it and buy it. You see the lines outside of GameStop and everybody, like Modern Warfare 3 came out, which was hecka fun. And you'd go in line and you reserve your thing. There'd be like 10 people in line buying the same game already on Monday before work. They're just in the line getting ready to play it. But now it's with this pandemic going on. But even before, there hasn't been anything. And then they try to do, obviously, video game spin-off movies, which are trash. And I don't know what they are thinking. Are they trying to do something new or just more of a marketing, thing?
I think it's just a money grab. I'm really convinced the only movie based off a video game that I am very sad that hasn't come out yet is, again, I'm going back to it, Halo. Halo, I've read all the books.
Yeah.
Played up to 3. I mean, well, and then they started doing all those spin-offs like ODST and blah, 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 blah.
The anime,
whatever.
Show, yeah.
But
well, the problem is with that is that apparently Nell Blomkamp was supposed to do it. He's the guy who directed District 9, which was a great movie. Yeah. So they had a 8-minute short video.
Yeah, give it a B+.
Yeah. They came up with an 8-minute short of a new Halo movie that was supposedly in the works.
Yeah, that was like a decade ago,
10 years ago.
That's been you can't tell me they're still working on it.
No, so the, like, as you adequately put it, short story long, the reason why it got canceled is that the Hollywood felt like, I guess they didn't like the version that he wanted to portray it. And,
well, it probably wasn't geared towards 12-year-olds, right?
Well, yeah, I'm sure it was going to be an R-rated film, and they also said that it would just be to, quote-unquote, expensive.
Oh, get out of here!
I'm like, come on!
Give me that.
I mean, if you look at, there's plenty of movies I'm sure that are out today that can match the budget of what he was trying to do. I mean, look at the Infinity War movies. You know how much money that costed for them to get through? And
well, movies are a whole other topic. But I really think what I've seen with these video games moving forward, and as far as the way they are to be enjoyed.
In closing conclusion.
Well, it really pulls you away from the social fun that video games were. I used to go to my friend's house after school. We'd pop on the Xbox 360, split the screen 4 ways. We're all playing on a team against a common enemy. I mean, there's camaraderie there. There's social aspects. We were eating popcorn. We're having a great time. And like I said earlier, now, if you want to be a gamer, or if you want to play, and again, I'm air quoting, which you guys can't see, if you want to be a social gamer, you play online by yourself. What's social about that? By yourself physically in your room. Sure, you're online with a million other people, but
yeah, what fun is that?
Come on, what fun is that? You're sitting in your room by yourself.
Yeah, my closing conclusion too is I got an Xbox One, but I'm thinking I'm gonna have to downgrade to a Switch or something.
That's a side grade. I don't know if I call that down.
All right, side grade, because I'm not having any fun when I go online and I try to play for an hour or two. Sometimes it's cool that you might have another buddy who's on there.
Well, it's the only time it is fun, right?
Yeah.
If you've got a friend on a party and in the same lobby, sure, that's still fun. But you're not sitting there with them, watching their reactions, and interacting personally.
Yeah.
There's no personal interaction anymore.
So, yeah, I'm definitely not having fun with the cross-compatible online gameplay and the fast pace of it all. I think I'm just going to stick to try to get into more feel-good platform games and play less of the, new Doom came out. Oh, it's really fast-paced and,
Probably doesn't help that you are trash at video games, Trashwell.
Not so sure. I still got a couple of
nukes.
I still got 2 nukes back in the day that you're
Okay, yeah.
So that was a step up. But yeah, the gaming industry really has a problem. The Hollywood industry really has a problem with their video movies based on video games, and I don't understand why. They're doing an Uncharted movie apparently with Tom Holland, and I don't know if Mark Wahlberg's going to play the old version or something, but it's like a prequel story, which might sound pretty cool, build it up. But it's just going to be a B movie. Yeah, it's just a B movie.
You know what I want to see? I want to see, Trashwells? I want to see video game developers just stop developing games for 1 year. Just take 1 year.
Refresh.
Get some feedback from the community. Look at what you're doing good. Look at what you're not doing so good. Talk about, hey, maybe we could pump out a video game that doesn't require 10,000 updates before it's patched.
Stop doing these tournaments that are all for money grabbing and leave the cross-compatible stuff. Just abolish it. Because if you're making money off of playing video games, props to you, but that just takes the fun. Like you said, it takes the fun out of it.
Yeah, well, you're ruining it for the guy who's just trying to have a good time. It's like, hey, I'm going to go have fun and build a picnic bench in my backyard. And then you got some big contractor show up with all his excavators and whatnot. I'm going to build a giant shade structure with a pergola and 17 picnic benches. Well, daggone, you took the fun out of it for me, Gee.
Exactly. Yeah, so in conclusion, gaming industry.
Trash.
Yeah. Very disappointed. But we are going to try to write up a thesis narrative argument from what we just put out right now.
Try to put the words on paper.
Yeah, get on social media, spread the word. I mean, we're going to try to do, it'd be cool if we could, also that's another thing back in the day, go to Game Informer magazines with all the, little, cheat sheets and stuff and try to get it published on there.
The opinion section, when gamers had a voice.
Oh, yeah, but now that's probably, not going to happen. So we'll see, if we're going to try other social media platforms, but we'll try to download it onto my social networking page. and I'll let you guys read it out in depth. And I think we have some good narrative arguments, but we're going on a half hour, and we got things to do, people to see. Just enjoy the rest of the Monday. Anything you want to say in closing?
Well, good to be back on. Get my voice out there on the airwaves. Hopefully, you guys missed me.
Oh yeah,
but sure. I doubt it.
Yeah, Big Bass did a good job filling in. It was his idea for the food channel, and maybe
gotta talk about food. Man.
Maybe we'll do another show where we have experience of going to restaurants. You got a couple of funny stories.
Oh, jeez.
So we might.
That might be a late night episode.
Yeah. So if we're not too busy with life and work, we're gonna try to get it right. Upload another show tomorrow night. We'll see what happens. But, so definitely, like that page, subscribe to it, pass the word along. Apparently we're international in, Germany already? I think you said a few friends over there. So, shout out to Guten Nacht, or...
Guten Abend, mein Freunde.
Ja, that's gut, yeah. So, let us know also what's going on in the world, too, because we're going to try to get back on track of maybe some current events. You wanted to do the show more of the paranormal stuff. I think you're excited about that.
Yeah, we'll see where we are moving forward. We'll try to collect our notes and see what we got.
Hey, put our heads together and kill one bird with the stone. 2 birds with the stone.
Yeah. We'll leave it at that.
Exactly.
Over and out.
Yeah, and as always, stay frosty.